What you guys, got another video. After months and months of failed Windows updates and broken features, Windows 11 is finally going to be fixed, according to Pavan, who made an article post on Microsoft's blog. Now, there's no apology from Microsoft, but Microsoft have finally acknowledged complaints about Windows 11. The company is promising a sweeping change to their operating system to fix all of its features and remove some key features that people just didn't want on their system. Windows insiders will have a greater voice in up-and-coming releases of Windows 11. Now, Windows 11 has over 1 billion users, and they are furious with the way Microsoft have been releasing failed updates on Windows 11 and breaking their system, which means downtime for businesses and for users that are using their platform. So what sort of changes are they talking about? Well, more taskbar customization, including vertical and top positions. So repositioning your taskbar is one of the top requests from customers that use Windows 11. So they're going to reintroduce the ability to reposition your taskbar at the top or the sides of the screen, making it easier to personalize your workspace in Windows 11. Now, some positive news on integrating AI into their operating system. They are going to be reducing the amount of AI. But they go on to say you'll see us be more intentional about how and where Copilot integrates across Windows, focusing on experience that are generally useful and well crafted. As part of this, we are reducing unnecessary Copilot entry points, starting with apps like Snipping tool, Photos, Widgets, and Notepad. Then they go on to talk about reducing disruption in Windows updates. Receiving updates should be predictable and easy to plan around, so we're giving you more control. So this includes the ability to skip updates during the device setup to get to the desktop faster, restart and shut down without installing updates, and pause updates for longer when you need to. So basically, they're adding the ability to pause updates for longer periods, and they're also removing that annoying Windows update period when you're installing Windows where you have to wait forever for it to update Windows during the setup phase. They will say this will reduce update noise with fewer automatic restarts and notifications. Let's move on to the next one, which is faster and more dependable File Explorer. File Explorer is one of the most used surfaces in Windows. Our first round of improvements will focus on quicker launch experiences, reduce flicker, smoother navigation, and also more reliable performance for everyday file tasks. So that's what they're going to be doing with File Explorer. Now, if they can do all this now in such a short space of time, why haven't they done this before? They're also going to give us more control over widgets and feed experience. Widgets should feel helpful and relevant, not distracting or overwhelming. It says they're introducing quieter defaults, more control over when and how widgets appear, and improved personalization for the Discover feed. They also go on about a simpler, more transparent Windows Insider program. The Windows Insider program is how to help shape the future of Windows, and it should be easier to understand what to expect and how to participate. We're implementing changes to make it easier for you to navigate with clearer channel definitions and also easier access to new features, higher quality builds, better visibility into how feedback shapes Windows, and more opportunities to engage directly with them. Then they talk about improving the feedback hub available starting from today. Your feedback is essential to improving Windows, and it should be easy to share and see what others are saying. Today we're rolling out the largest update to Feedback Hub yet to our insiders, with a redesigned experience that makes it faster, easier to submit feedback and engage with the community. Well, there's a big start there from Microsoft to try and turn this shipwreck around, what they call Windows 11. There's a saying called words are cheap. They're not showing us this stuff, they're just talking about it, and they've done this before and they've never backed it up. So they need to really make these changes stick this time and do it to give people something that's stable and something that they can use and give people choice. That's what I think people want. They want the choice to either install Copilot or not install it. It shouldn't be embedded everywhere. And they go into great detail about breaking it all down, about delivering on performance, reliability, and craft. And it looks great on paper. But like I said, on paper's one thing, but they need to start showing it to their users. Now, of course, there's going to be a few people that have transitioned over to Linux, and that's because most of those people didn't have supported hardware for Windows 11 anyway, and they were forced to go to another platform like Linux, and that's fine. I think what we're seeing today in, say, the tech communities like my channel and other tech channels, I see in their comments section is just really angry people towards Microsoft about the letdowns that Microsoft have done with that operating system, and of course the failings like yesterday's video where there was another bug, another problem, and that's been an ongoing thing for many months, and it's really starting to grate on people. And Microsoft need to put this plan to action and start to, implement a lot of these changes quite soon. And I think they said it's going to be happening in 2026. So we should see these changes happening pretty fast. So hopefully Windows 11 will become more stable and have better performance and obviously less bloat, hopefully, and give people more choice on whether they want to use Copilot and whether they want to install it and things like that. I think these are the changes that need to happen to sort of win people back a little bit. Now, of course, you're always going to get the haters out there that just hate for whatever reason. They're like anti-smokers after they've given up smoking themselves. They're going to just hate people that do that type of thing around them because they've given up. And that's what some people are like when they've changed over to, say, Linux. They will just hate Windows for whatever reason. And that's something that obviously that's never going to go away. Now, it's not unusual for people to hate a new operating system. Every operating system that gets released by Microsoft, people just don't like change. It was the same with Windows 10. Many people hated Windows 10 and then become to love it. I think that's what has happened. And that's because now Windows 11 is out. And up to a point, I really did like Windows 11. But then it started to change. They started to integrate all of that AI bloat and a lot of other bloat, and it become really sluggish and pop-ups everywhere. And I just think they need to, get back to basics and give people a stable, clean operating system. And I think people will be happy. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. I do think this sounds absolutely fantastic for Windows users. It's just whether Microsoft implement it the way they've said in this particular document. It looks like they are going to, but whether they do, we'll have to wait and see in the up and coming months. Anyway, with that said, I think that's going to be about it. I hope you're all having a lovely weekend. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. I shall catch you in the very next video. Bye for now.